Okay. Now guys, you know my long-term friend PewDiePie, the person who I did plenty of collaborations with.
Guys, check out my new favorite channel.
Well, I have to come clean. He called me the N-word once. Ha! It's just ruptured your eardrums. That's great. Oh, buddy, I'm a monkey, and today in this terrible video, we're gonna discuss how Deji
Did an oopsie.
But before we go into that, we need to go back to the James Charles situation. Yeah, remember that? So, I don't think I need to tell you about the James Charles situation. Yeah, because everybody's already made memes of it. Everybody already talked about it. If you actually don't know about it, just watch PewDiePie's video or whatever. So basically what James Charles was doing was manipulating a bunch of people into thinking that they were gay.
What are you, gay?
Yeah.
So his friend or motherly figure got a bit, stopped defending him and made this, I can't even remember her name. Tati, that's her name. Tati made a video exposing James, which she was in the right to do. But for some reason there's now a hashtag of James Charles was always right. What the hell? And reason why I'm calling back to this is because Deji completely copied this video. Like, come on. What's the difference between these two things?
They're the same picture.
It's so similar. It's the definition of the copy homework meme. You see, they're both wearing formal clothing in the thumbnails and in the video, which is also why I wore a slightly fancier shirt than I am now. You see, it wasn't a continuity error, and don't shout at me. The titles are just nearly the exact same, besides one letter and one being in all caps. So, why is he doing this? Because Tati's video got a lot of views and gave her a lot of traction. So, his video would give him a lot of views and a lot of traction. That's it. That's really it. Really.
You are a terrible disappointment.
But obviously, you can't rip off Tati's bi sister without, calling somebody out. Somebody you know very personally. You may have known him throughout his entire life. Who he called out his brother. His own flesh and blood. He stabbed him in the back.
Not cool, bro.
Well, okay, that's a little bit of a horrible thing to do, but he has good reasons, right? This is YouTube we're talking about. So yeah, his problems aren't really that valid. So let's see why they're not valid.
But through the progression of those videos that we did, on my brother's second channel, slowly, progressively, it started to get more violent. From throwing controllers.
You need to piss off!
Alright, yes, that at first glance that does seem wrong, but you neglect to mention that you agree that you would do this, alright? Yeah, after he throws a bottle at you, after he throws you out of a 9-story building, you just go, yeah, yes, my boy. You also neglect to mention that you have gotten back at KSI a few times.
What are you doing?
Holy shit, you fucking killed her, dude!
And finally, your brothers. That's what you do. Me, myself, I have a younger brother and an older brother, and I abuse them equally as much as your brother does. If not even more so. Alright? I probably shouldn't use the word abused.
Stop with physical pain, it even went to mental pain.
Now, when I said every point is a bad point in this video, that was a bit of an over-exaggeration. Because this point is really valid, to be honest, because it's basically he liked a girl, yeah, and his brother, knowing that he liked the girl and all that, had sex with her. Yeah, that's a valid point. You get 1 point there. But in all seriousness, though, that's a really messed up thing to do, KSI. That's really messed up.
But let's move on from all of that. Let's talk the diss track. So a lot of you are wondering why and what made me do the diss track on my...
Huzzah! You bring up your world famous diss tracks. The ones you react to your very self.
Huzzah! A man of quality.
But yeah, why did you make a diss track on your brother?
I'm a dead YouTube channel.
Deji!
Wait, so your diss track on your brother was something because of one of his friends in it, and not him? You didn't make a diss track on anything else? What he did to you? Hell, you said you didn't even know the guy. Well, and yeah, that might be the reason, because you didn't know the guy and all that. But if you didn't know the guy, why in the same video did you say he was like family? That doesn't make sense. Alright, so this one's less of a point and more something very malicious.
Upon me uploading my diss track on my brother, Logan Paul invited me to his podcast.
So what made you comfortable coming on Impulsive today?
Because my beef isn't really with you. And I guess I did have beef with Jake, but it was mainly just to sell the fight.
Alright, but what's the real reason why you came on the Impulsive?
So I went on Logan Paul's podcast. I saw it as a way to just branch out from my bro. I honestly did.
Alright, so basically to remove yourself from your brother.
Ah! What? Did you just stab me?
Alright, this next one I'm a bit iffy on because there's not enough evidence to go around with this one.
Instead of coming to talk, he threatened to smash my computer and he was acting irate. I couldn't explain it. Upon threatening to smash my computer, I locked myself in my office just so he couldn't do so. And little did I know, this whole situation, my brother was recording the whole situation.
Alright, so here he's basically talking about how, you know, the him kicking his brother out on Christmas situation is taken out of context. And what we just saw here was him saying that his brother recorded the whole thing, and later on he said he cropped it to make it sound more malicious. Really though, there's not really enough evidence for it, to be honest. Like, yeah, this could quite possibly happen. Problem is, there's only really one side to this argument, and plus you've already made yourself quite clear that you're not doing this 100% because you actually felt like doing it. With all the similarities to Tati's video, I'm on the side with him because I want to believe him, but still I need more evidence too.
The diss track had been made private, and I then told my brother to stop trash talking me in videos, which he did not stop. He carried on trash talking me in videos even after I put the diss track down.
Okay, well, you can't just silence somebody because you don't like it. Anybody can say anything about whoever, because it's freedom of speech. You don't agree with it, but you're kind of a bit of an asshole for trying to stop them from talking bad about you. And plus, he has, and even the examples, what you're doing is just rip-off meme review, which isn't really that malicious. And Hal even says, guys, stop, this is a bit annoying, or something.
Decisions that ruin one's career, and Deji's just iron that bad boy. We have to stop with the Deji memes, okay? Only in this video we'll talk about it, but after that, we can't do any more.
See? You see? Well, you don't see it?
And those are my opinion on his points, which is the main point of that video, but not necessarily this video. Whatever. And while yes, KSI has done a response video on this, I'm not going to talk about that or anything, because that video is like, what? How long is that video? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That video is an hour, 90 minutes, and 55 seconds. Jesus Christ, I don't have the patience for that. Why would you think your 12-year-old fans are going to have a patience with that? Jesus. But yeah, his video doesn't necessarily make him look better in any way, but he does point out that he's been there for his brother and that this is not necessarily a great thing to do. But the problem what I have with Deji's video is not necessarily what he said, although that's a big factor. What I really have against this video is that, one, he's completely just copied off Tati, right down to the formal clothing that he's wore to make himself look more professional or more, sympathetic. But that this is going to set a trend and it's going to make people think that this is okay to do. So they're just going to put ads on it, they're going to just call out whoever, and then they get more revenue from it. Now, it's already starting. Well, this one hasn't even changed much. She just gave it a capital B, and that's it. So this trend is already an issue, and people might just decide to backstab one another. Hell, even just make drama so they can make a video like this to give them more revenue. Sure, it gives more content to me, so... But it's just going to make a new generation of backstabbing, betrayal, and just overall not being a nice person or a good person whatsoever. And YouTube's already gotten enough crap already. Come on, man. So, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike if you're gay. Subscribe to my channel, and I will also on my second channel, because on my second channel I'm doing an up and coming video on Rotten Tomatoes and why it's the big gay. Alright? Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna react to my own diss track.
Sick.
That's your boy right there. I'm a lyrical genius.
I got a diamond hole. I love it. I got a diamond hole.
Tang gang, tang gang, tang gang, tang gang, tang gang, tang gang. Don't give a shit about the low gang. Jake pulls a bitch in the whole gang. Bitch, you don't love me, but you all lame. Don't drive my car in the stormy rain. Eating pussy like I'm Asian. Tang gang, tang gang, tang gang. Tang gang, tang gang.